Week 4, day 21, done. Yeah, we're almost at the halfway mark, so it's pretty good. The time's gone pretty quick. I remember in the last challenge back in 2019, I was sort of a little bit here and there with my consistency with the training. I've been pretty consistent. So been working out 6 days a week, and the 7th day is my active rest day. I think there's only one time, I think not last week, the week before, I might have just taken a whole day just as rest rather than a active rest day. But my body obviously needed it at the time, so I'm trying to listen to my body. So I weighed in yesterday, official weigh-in, and I have hit the 4 kilogram mark, so down 4 kilos from the start. I thought 1 kilo a week would be pretty good because it's sustainable. It's what they say that you shouldn't probably lose much more than that, otherwise you can gain all that weight. It's not healthy or whatever. So, but the fact that I put in the extra work last week, it paid off, and I lost those few extra 100 grams, and it got me down to 116. So very happy with that. I am stepping it up again this week, just adding a little bit more cardio to the end of my weight sessions. And when I say cardio, it's not really intensive. It's just probably an extra 20-minute walk on the treadmill. Not that fast, not that slow. Just to get me moving a little bit more. This week I start an hour later, so I actually work an hour later, so I don't really want to be going to the gym in the afternoon if I can help it, so I've got to make sure I get up. Last week I went in the afternoon, and I think just to keep consistent with that week, I kept going in the afternoon and had my sleep in. But now that it's a new week, up at 3:30, get to the gym, you know. So this morning I've burnt almost 600 calories already, so I'm quite happy with that. Week 4, day 24, Wednesday, hump day. Okay, so there was no video yesterday, and the reason for that was I needed sleep after the Monday. So Tuesday morning I woke up and I was just so buggered that last week had sort of taken its toll on me, and so I thought I'll go in the afternoon. Anyway, long day at work, and I was finishing uploading a video to YouTube, and I was uploading that mental health one that I did, and it sort of hit home a little bit. So I really wanted to get it uploaded, so I spent more time on it than I thought, and before I knew it was getting late, so I basically caved in yesterday. So I decided to make sure that I got up early this morning, and I put in a few hours, or put an hour and a half in this morning, but high intensity all the way through. I've burnt nearly 1,000 calories so far, which, you know, I'm quite happy with, because normally I only burn maybe 400 or something during a session. So what did I do today? I did 25 minutes on the treadmill to start, a bit of a warm-up, and also to get the heart rate going. Then I went downstairs and I did some free weights. Now, I started off with the barbell, and I think I went 15 kilograms, and I did a circuit for 5 rounds, and it started off with shoulder presses, then followed by bent over rows, followed by bicep curls, and then I got onto the straight bench and I did bench press, and then finished that section off with skull crushers for the triceps, so working the upper body. So I did that for 5 rounds. And then I went on to the free weights, and I started off with shoulders. So I did the side raises, then I did front raises. Then from there, where did I go from there? Side raises, front raises. Pretty sure I went on the straight bench again, yeah. So I went back on the bench and I did chest flies. And then I sat up and I did the overhead triceps. Did that for 5 rounds as well. So by that time my arms were getting pretty dead. And just to really finish them off, I got the the lights just went out outside. Sorry, it's a bit dark. I got the 2.5 kilogram dumbbells, you know, the lightest ones they had down on the floor, and I just did, you know, some shadow boxing in the mirror, just the straight jabs, you know. So, and I sort of did that at the end of each set, so by the end of it I did 100 of those shadow boxes. So yeah, quite possibly I'll be lucky if I can lift my arms tomorrow. I think they'll be quite dead. And then I went back upstairs and I went on the bike for 20 minutes just to get the legs going, and then finish it off with the treadmill again. So I'm pretty well spent. Got my vanilla protein shake, and just about to go home, get something to eat, have a shower, get ready to go to work, which is in the bedroom. Yeah, it's absolutely pouring down. Well, not pouring down at the moment, but it has been pouring down, and it's supposed to be rain all week, so miserable week. I'm looking forward to the end of this week because I know that I stepped it up last week. My scales have been going back up a little bit the last couple of days, so because I am weighing myself each day, just to, I know you shouldn't worry about the scales, but I like to sort of get an idea of what's going on, so that way by the end of the week I can get an average of the week and see how I'm tracking that way. I find that's a better indication of how I'm going, rather than doing a daily sort of thing. So the end of each week I'll sort of tally them up, then do an average to see how much I'm averaging each week, you know. So, and I think if I can sort of find some sort of pattern and some sort of routine going on there, I think I'll be happy with that. And so long as it's on a downwards scale, I'll be happy. I took my photos on Sunday for week 3, and I was quite happy with what I saw. Haven't posted them yet because I'm waiting for the official one at the end of the week. People have started submitting theirs already, but I took mine on a Sunday, so I want to make sure I get mine done on the same days, so that way everything's consistent, you know. And that was one of my goals for this challenge, to be consistent with things. So yeah, so I'll leave you there, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Week 4, day 27 done. Alright, so tomorrow's official weigh-in for the end of week 4, halfway mark of the challenge. I had my scan done today because it's exactly 4 weeks from the day I got the scan done at the start of the challenge. It's raining in the car at the moment, but I got to have the window open because I'm shirt's drenched. I'm absolutely scorching at the moment. But yeah, so anyway, so I had my scan done, see how I went. So let's have a look at the results, shall we? And I got to remember to look in the camera. Okay. So I'm 114.6 kilos. That means I'm down 5.7 kilograms in these weeks. So that's pretty good. It's only 6 kilos, just shy of 6 kilos in 4 weeks. I'm quite happy with that. Now, tomorrow's official weigh-in, so if I can knock off those 300 grams, I'll be quite happy to hit the 6 kilo mark for week 4. All right, so we look at the fat mass. Which one was my first week? All right, my fat mass in the first week was 50.7 kilograms. Yikes. It's now down 45.7 kilograms, so that's a good number. It's coming down. My BMI has gone from 38.1 to 36.6. Okay, it's going down too. It's good sign. My percentage of body fat was 42.5% at the start, which means I was not far from being 50% fat, to give you an idea. So half of me was fat. Now that's gone down to 39.9. So I'd rather get away from the halfway mark, if you know what I mean. Visceral fat. Now, this one is interesting because the visceral fat, I started off at 373 centimeters squared. That's now down to 373 centimeters squared. I started at. I'm now at 323 centimeters squared, which is a loss of 50 centimeters squared. So a loss on that sort of thing is pretty good, and my visceral fat level went from 20 to 19, and I was told that that'll be a number that slowly goes down. So as long as it's heading in the right direction, I guess we're looking good. So in most of everything will look like we're coming down. My biological age is still 45, so I'm still 5 years older than I should be, so that hasn't changed. Now, what else have we got? Alright, so down here we have sorry, I'm just trying to read this thing. I should have really read this thing before I did the video. Yeah, so obviously I'm building muscle, and I'm losing fat, which is exactly what I want to be doing. The scales at home, they're telling me weird things. So I'm stepping on those scales at least 3 times to get an accurate reading. So I'm thinking that my scales might be on the way out. I've had them for many years, and I've changed the batteries and all that sort of stuff. But from this scan, which does an overall body scan, and I tried out one of the other scales as well, and they're all sort of reading true, whereas my scales at home, they're not really moving too much. So I think when I was looking at those numbers on my scales at home, because maybe it's old, it's had its time, you know, maybe it just doesn't read the things. It's digital as well, so I don't know if that's playing a part, but perhaps, you know, it's on its way out, and that's why I haven't really seen much of it moving. It's been moving within like a kilo, 2 kilos here and there, you know, and it's been going up and it's been going down, and I was like, how do I put on 2 kilos overnight? And I haven't really done anything, you know. So I'm going to go by these weights that I got from the scan, because, you know, to me they seem a little bit more accurate. I've gone on several different scales and they seem to be accurate with that one, or close to. So I think they're giving me a much better reading than the ones I've got at home. So I might have to look into getting some new scales at home. Apart from that, what else happened this week? So I haven't done many videos. Usually I do one after each workout. for the night, just to sort of see how I'm going. But had a weird night. I think it was on Thursday, weird morning. I woke up and I was just feeling flat, you know, like my body was so lethargic, my head was just really foggy, and you know, I hadn't really done anything different with diet or training. Mind you, I did step it up that previous morning, but I don't think that was it. You know, I've been pushing myself pretty hard this week. It could have just been my body saying, hey, take a rest, but by lunchtime I was fine. You know, I went and smashed out another gym session, and now look at me, I've lost more weight, you know. But yeah, I think just with work and that, I've been I think I've forgotten to do the videos, you know, so I wanted to make sure that I put in a little bit of information just about that on this one, just so everyone knows how I've been going. I'm on track, you know, so next week we start week 5, and so we're at the halfway mark, you know, so I'm quite happy with where I've started from, you know, and I've picked things up and I've really seen the results since. Do my measurements tomorrow, but I'm already seeing the difference. So if for some reason this is showing back up again, I don't know why. You know, it was sort of tucked in before, but now it's starting to show back up. So maybe I'm just sort of, who knows, I don't know what it is. I haven't eaten at the moment, so I'm a little bit I think I'm having my protein shake as usual. But yeah, smashed it this week. Next week I'm not going to slow down. I can't. I'm too happy with where I'm at, and you know, it just gives me more motivation and energy to want to step it up, you know. So you know, we're coming into the back half of the challenge now, and I really want to make sure that come the 8 weeks, I don't want to leave anything at the end of it and just say I didn't give it everything I got, you know. So you know, I'll keep going on after the challenge, of course, but it's more so that I just want to get the most out of this challenge to sort of set me up. What I do after the challenge is, you know, up to me, but during this challenge I want to really hold myself accountable, and that's why I'm doing these videos. So I hope you've enjoyed the videos. Like they're probably not as enjoyable as some of the videos that you see on YouTube. I'm hoping that I keep the videos going after the challenge, you know, and that way I can actually sort of plan what I'm going to do and try and make them a little bit more fun for everyone as well. So